Darren, congratulations. A fascinating game, very frustrating at times in the first half, but a thrilling conclusion in that second half. What's your assessment of that 90 minutes?
Delighted with the players. A fantastic win for us. We had to really dig deep tonight. The strength mentally the players showed was outstanding. Could arguably be the best win of the season, just because of the manner of it. Very scrappy game, very sloppy goal to give away, but we dug it out. I said to them at half time, it's not about how pretty we look tonight, it's about digging out a win, and the lads did it. They were fantastic, absolutely fantastic second half.
Yeah, let's start with the first half, because it was obviously a very difficult 45 minutes. Charlton were being very combative at a time when the referee wasn't really giving much, whether it was were fouls or whatever. How did you assess that first 45 minutes?
Well, the referee set a precedent by allowing a player 11 fouls and not booking him until the 93rd minute of the game. That can't be right. That allows a team to get away with things and continue doing the same things, fouling us. You know, Pratt had 11 fouls in the game. He didn't get booked on the 93rd minute. Spoke to the referee very calmly just before second half, before I came out, and just said, look, he's had 7 fouls. Yeah, I know, the next one he's fouled, he had 4 more. Some of the things that were going on, you know, the referee just let go, which made it difficult. But you know what? The mental toughness of the players won in the game tonight. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah, and you're probably too modest to say so, Darren, but some of the formation change and some of the substitutions also really helped to open the game up in the second half, and your side took control of the situation, didn't they?
Yeah, I mean, we always feel that we need a plan B in a game tonight. It was very scrappy, and I just felt we needed a little bit more width in terms of natural width with Dembele. I have to say, Burrow's come on was magnificent. He was outstanding. The battle and the fight in the second balls. And it was that kind of game, and we needed it. He became a man tonight, H. He was outstanding. But the whole team were in the second half. You know, my 2 centre-halves headed everything away. I was really delighted with them in the second half, absolutely delighted. And, you know, it was a game where it was all about just scrapping the win and also the quality of and how brave John was for the first one. He could, you know, 2 centre-halves going to head the ball and he's nicked it off them. Sammy a couple of weeks ago may not have scored that, but tonight he was never going to miss it. And then the second one, great pass. Similar to Saturday where Dembele's played Sammy through. It's Jono tonight. Great way to pass, great finish. Won us the game. Sammy, probably his easiest chance was the third one when he was through and it hit the keeper's feet or legs. But no, I'm absolutely delighted with the players tonight. The character they showed against an experienced team that made it difficult and just wanted to scrap, to make it a scrap. But we showed them tonight that we were fully equipped for that and dug it out. Yeah,
they didn't create many problems for you. Obviously, with the penalty, you'll be unhappy with how that played out. But they didn't really threaten Christy Pym, did they at all?
No, it was a scrappy affair. To be fair, we didn't really threaten them. To be honest, the first half, we needed to move it quicker. It was too ponderous. It was too slow. We needed to get Dembele in on the ball in different positions. It was taken up. It became a real pattern in the first half about a certain position he took. Their left back was the one coming into him, which meant there was space behind their left back. We didn't capitalise on that well enough. I spoke to the players at half time on the tactics board about, we'll make a change if nothing happens in the first 10 minutes. This is what we're going to do. Obviously, it included Idris, but you know, in the back of my mind, I had H coming on to just give us that bit more width and a bit more. You know, he's a different winger to Idris. He played between the lines and coming off the right, he did really well. It afforded us to get Dems wider and it afforded us to get Sammy a lot closer to Jono. And that's what we spoke about. And to be fair, the players did it to a T. And it was a very scrappy game. The referee, I mean, if he looks back, he's got to admit he's had a poor night. You know, Beebe's got an elbow straight in the face. I mean, someone was going to get hurt tonight because he let so many things go. And it can be frustrating for me in the stand because I'm sitting in the stand for a reason. I'm wearing a mask for a reason. Obviously, because of the situation in the pandemic, I've got to make sure that I stay safe and healthy. But it's very frustrating when you're shouting at the fourth official to at least reply to you and he doesn't do it 6 times you call his name. It was frustrating for me.
And no Joe Ward this evening, Darren. Can you shed a little bit of light as to what's happened with Joe? Is it a reoccurrence of the injury, or is it a precautionary measure?
Well, Joe just felt something on his thigh on Thursday morning's training session. We didn't think it was too much of a problem. Friday he trained very, very well. Saturday he felt great before the game. And then the cross for Jono's first goal on Saturday, he just felt something in his thigh. He carried on. But then he had another crossfield ball. So it's not about running. It's not about fitness or anything like that. It's just about and we sent him for a scan. He's got a tiny little problem in his thigh, which means he'll be out. Obviously, he was out tonight. He'll be out Saturday as well.
Is it a short-term absence, do you think, or could it be a bit longer?
No, it was very short term. You know, at worst, it'll be Shrewsbury's back.
Does Harrison Burrows, given his introduction, his performance, have an opportunity to start come Saturday?
Well, yeah, he would have anyway, because there's so many games in such a quick space of time. He's come in and shown he's a really, integral part of the squad, and I feel that he's shown that tonight. He's been left out. He understands the reasons. I think physicality of Bots on the pitches in the last two games has maybe been in my thinking. But H gives you that quality, and tonight he was excellent when he came on. He really was. He made a big difference to the team. I was delighted with him.
And it felt a really significant victory, Darren. You were very calm as always at the full-time whistle, but Darren McAntony was in attendance and jumping around like an excited teenager at the full-time whistle. The way your side played and the mentality they showed, it felt really significant.
I think everyone was delighted. Everyone was delighted with it. And you're right. The key thing is that players have to be mentally strong. I feel it's nigh on impossible to be successful if you're not. And tonight we showed it, and we've got to continue showing it, because games like tonight are the ones you need to dig the wins out. And tonight we did that against a team that are up there for a reason, against a very experienced team, against a team that make it difficult to play against you. And given the fact that we played on that heavy pitch 3 times in the last week, there was no sign of tiredness from my players, because mentally they just dug deep.
And it's another tough test for you on Saturday away at Ipswich. How do you envisage that one? What are you looking at working on ahead of that?
Well, they had a winner. I watched the game against Burton today. It was solid, good win for them. Again, another team that's up there around us. They've brought in Thomas from Barnsley today, a winger. They brought in, I think they look like they're bringing in Harrop from Preston, who plays as a 10. They've got Guion Edwards, as we know well, back fit. They've got Bishop back fit. So they had a lot of injuries, but now they've got them back. Yeah, listen, you look at the calendar, the fixtures, Ipswich away is always going to be tough.
It's a balancing act for yourself, isn't it, now in the games are coming thick and fast? Is it you have to consider potential changes and rotation of the squad? Is that something on your minds looking ahead?
Well, yeah, no, because what we've had since the break, the form of Dembele and Smodic has been huge. Dembele was really good again tonight, and that's when you've got two players that are so good, when they get to form on a consistent basis, it does make you a better team. It has to. And tonight, again, I thought Siriki was very good. His work effort was good. His intensity was good. We perhaps didn't get enough of the ball to him when he did play wide. So those two have made a big difference to us, because they've got a consistent run of games where they've been consistently playing well. But apart from that, we look good at the back. When we went to a back four, my centre-halves were outstanding. They really were. The boy Aniki is a hard player to play against. Bogle, Washington, Swatch, Buchanan, 4 strikers they played against, and they dealt with them fine. And there's definitely good signs amongst the players. You get that feeling, and tonight, certainly, that we can only add to that tonight. And what we're finding at the moment is we're going into games looking forward to them, and that's always a good sign.